I thought this video would be simple. A great small bag, a great bigger bag, job done. But after using both of these properly for the last couple of months, that's not really what's happening here. Because these bags don't just feel like different sizes. They feel like they were designed for slightly different people and slightly different ways of carrying. So today, instead of talking specs, I want to talk about which Fyro Citta backpack actually makes more sense in real life. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Jim Bob and welcome to Jim Bob's EDC, where I share everyday carry setups, gear reviews, pocket dumps and more. If you are into EDC knives, multi-tools, flashlights, bags, kits and pouches, or just like seeing what people actually carry, you are in the right place. Because what you carries you. Now, a quick transparency note. Fyro sent both of these bags to the channel ahead of launch. There was no payment, no script approval, and no obligation to make this video. I've been using both extensively over the last couple of months, and today I want to answer one simple question. Which one makes more sense? So yes, obviously, size is the big difference. One is 18 litres, one is 25 litres, but honestly, that's not the most important difference. The real difference is how they change the way that you carry. Because although the design language is very similar, the experience isn't identical. The 18 litre, to me at least, feels tighter, faster, cleaner. The 25 litre feels broader, more capable, more adaptable, and that changes how you use it. So let's start with the 18 litre. This is the one that immediately felt like pure everyday carry. For me, this became the grab and go bag, the daily movement bag. Laptop, notebook, tech pouch, camera, bits of daily life, done. And because it's more compact, it naturally encourages you to carry a bit more intentionally. Less duplication, less clutter, less just in case gear. And I think that's why I connected with it so quickly. It feels focused, it looks smart, it looks premium, but it doesn't shout about it. It just quietly gets on with the job. And because it's made from the same material as my Levo travel backpack and my Citta sling, it fits effortlessly into that wider Fyro ecosystem. It's the kind of bag that quietly becomes part of your routine. You stop thinking about it, and that's usually a really good sign. Now the 25 litre feels different almost immediately, and not just because this version uses x-pac. This feels much more like a mobile office meets travel crossover. You've just got more flexibility, more room for tech, more room for layers, more room for bulkier gear, more room for those days when life gets a bit busier. And because of that, I found myself reaching for this more when I needed extra equipment, or when I was carrying camera gear, or when I needed extra clothing, or when I was traveling, or I simply wanted more flexibility, because there's room for everything. And interestingly, the 25 litre never felt ridiculously huge. It just felt capable. And this is where things get interesting, because I don't think the decision comes down to capacity. I think it comes down to lifestyle. If most of your day involves commuting, coffee shops, offices, everyday carry, moving between places, then the 18 litre makes a very strong argument. But if your days vary more, travelling regularly, carrying more tech, or simply like having more flexibility, then the 25 litre starts to make a lot more sense. It's not really about 7 litres, it's about that flexibility. Now, despite the size differences, the core Fyro philosophy is very obvious in both. Structure, accessibility, organisation, visibility. These are bags designed around intentional carry. They want your gear to have a home, whether that's the clamshell opening, the admin section, the laptop compartment, or the quick access pockets. Everything feels deliberate. They feel comfortable. They look good. And personally, that's exactly what I like about them. Now, there are some things you need to be aware of. Neither of these bags are trying to win any ultra light competition, but they're structured, they're robust, they're designed to carry well rather than weigh as little as possible. And because of that, if you like super soft, minimalist backpacks, these may feel slightly too controlled. These bags know exactly what they are, and they lean hard into that identity. But the surprising thing for me wasn't that I preferred one over the other. It was that I found a role for both. The 18 litre became my streamlined everyday carry setup. The 25 litre became my more capable work and travel setup. Two great bags, two different roles. And once I stopped trying to choose a winner, the whole comparison made a lot of sense. So which one should you actually buy? Well, if you want cleaner EDC, tighter organisation, lighter daily movement, 18 litre. If you want more flexibility, more travel crossover, more room for tech and gear, 25 litre. But the important thing is neither of these feel like a small version and a big version. They genuinely feel like different carry experiences. And I think that's actually what Fyro got right. Because the right bag isn't about carrying the most stuff. It's about carrying the right stuff the right way. If you've got questions about either bag, drop them down below and I'll try to answer as many as I can. I'll link to both of them down below if you want to check them out for yourself. And if you've missed the rest of Fyro week, there'll be a playlist linked down there as well. You'll also find links to my other channel, WandoJames, Pubs, Pints and Places, my Substack and my Amazon storefronts. Thank you so much to Fyro for sending the bags out and including me in the launch. I genuinely appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be great and a subscribe would be amazing. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. And remember, what you carry carries you.